Does your belly hang low? Does it wobble to and fro? Can you tie it in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow? Can you toss it over your shoulder? All right, stop procrastinating. Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Jess and I'm here to give you my 3-week update on Mounjaro. I gave myself the injection Friday evening, a couple hours before bed. Pretty much standard for me is the medicine always tends to sting a little bit. I try to take the medicine out a half hour before I give myself the injection. It doesn't really seem to matter. It stings a little bit each time. I never feel the needle going in, but the medicine does kind of give me a little sting toward the end. The next morning when I woke up, I didn't have any issues with being tired, and pretty much through the rest of the week, I didn't have any issues with that related to the Mounjaro. A couple nights I did go to bed pretty late, and so I was pretty tired the next morning, but it's totally unrelated. So some of the side effects that I did have this week was constipation. And I think I've said before that that is something that I've struggled with in the past, even before I was on Mounjaro. I take magnesium and that has always seemed to work pretty well for me. This week I really struggled. I believe it was probably Tuesday night. I was so tired. I went to bed and completely forgot to take the magnesium. And so the next morning I did have an issue. I was unable to use the restroom, and pretty much the rest of the week I had a really difficult time. Even though I took my magnesium every night after that. One thing I did also notice was that I've been taking the same type of magnesium for quite a while now, and I ended up switching to a different brand that has a little bit cleaner ingredients. It just, I can't remember exactly what some of the differences are, but I think the one that I was taking had some fillers and stuff in there that I don't think is really necessary for just being a magnesium tablet. And then the one that I switched to has no extra fillers or anything besides just the magnesium and the capsule that it's in. So then by Saturday, when I was still having a lot of issues, just a lot of issues, I started looking at the magnesiums because I still have a little bit of the old one that I was taking, and then I was comparing it to the new one. I know that they're a little bit different formulations. As far as the one that I was taking previously was, it's called Ultramag, and I cannot remember who makes it, but it had multiple different types of magnesium in it, and the one that I'm taking now is just magnesium citrate. So I was looking at the strengths between the two, and the one that I was taking for 2 capsules was 400 milligrams, and the new one that I'm taking for 2 capsules is only 300 milligrams. When I realized that, I that night took my old type that I was taking previously, just because it worked so well for me and I really want to get back to being normal. And then I'll switch back to the cleaner one, but I'll up the dosage that I'm taking. So instead of taking 2 capsules, I'll take 3, which will equal 450 milligrams. I don't think that that'll be going overboard for me, so I'll try it and see how it works out. I am happy to report that I'm back to normal today, so fingers crossed that it stays that way. As far as other side effects, I didn't really notice anything else. I did notice actually that I am burping a little bit more than normal. I did set myself some goals this week, but I failed miserably at achieving any of the goals. I feel like I was so busy at work, and we're in the process of trying to get ready to go on a trip that we're leaving for this coming week. And I will say that, because I'm trying to focus on the positive here, is last weekend I did do a little bit of meal prep. So I made some like savory breakfast muffins. They had egg, Kodiak, pancake mix, some peppers and onions. I put some chicken breakfast sausage in them. I think there's probably some milk or something else, but that was pretty much it. Baked them and had enough for 2 muffins for every day for breakfast for the rest of the week. And that ended up working out really well because I was just really busy. And so if I wouldn't have had that, I probably would have been making some not so great decisions. The other thing that I did do was on Thursday, we had basically like a cross-functional team lunch. They ordered in pizza for everybody. I knew that I hadn't been doing that great throughout the week. So what I did is I just DoorDashed myself a chef salad from a local restaurant, and that's what I had. I did have some people that asked me about it, but I just told them that I wasn't really feeling the pizza and that salad sounded better to me. So no one gave me a hard time over it. So that was really nice, and just went throughout the meeting, had a really good time, met some team members that work remote in other states that I had never met before. So it was really nice. Let's see what else. I guess the last thing to say is and this probably contributed to the constipation. I was just so focused on my work and getting stuff done that I was not drinking the same amount of water that I had been drinking. So I had been aiming for 48 ounces per day, and then more if I could, but I was pretty much consistently hitting that 48 ounces. And this last week, that was not the case at all. I've seen a lot of people that have gotten like the 1 gallon size water bottles. In my head, it seemed like a good idea. I ordered one of these water bottles, and it is a behemoth. This thing, let me show you, is bigger than my head. It is so large. This is, yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot. And it kind of has the cool little, times and what have you. And then on the other side, it just has the measurements. I am not expecting myself to be able to drink that every day, but I'm kind of thinking what I've noticed is the little 48 ounce bottle that I had been using for my water is once that goes empty, I wasn't refilling it. So it's possible that I would have been drinking more water had there been more water, but once it was running out, I was like maybe switching to drinking something else, like have a glass of milk. So I was figuring, even though I don't think I'll come anywhere close to drinking 1 gallon a day of water right now, if it's there, it's a lot more likely than if it's not there. So we'll see. So moving on is my results for this week. I went to my Weight Watchers meeting yesterday and weighed in. I was down 1.8 pounds, which I'm really happy about. I had to, when she told me the number, I had to double ask, and I'm like, I was down. Honestly, with the week that I had, the troubles with the constipation, not doing as good of a job at tracking and planning my meals as I had been the week before, I was really feeling like it would be a 0 week. So I'm really happy with that number. And now we are down to a total of 11.8 pounds lost since the beginning of November. Really, really happy with that number. I'm really excited next week to give everyone my 4-week update of being on the 2.5 milligram and doing my injection, my first injection for the 5 milligram. Thank you all for being here. I really, from the bottom of my heart, it means so much to me. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next week.